Welcome to Pisces Tarot, and I am your host, Mimi Lightseer. Your business is my business. Today, we will dive into your business with a timeless relationship reading, which means it could be platonic, professional, or romantic. In this session, we will explore the overall energy of your reading, obtain cosmic insights to identify the topics, spill the tea on the energies involved, uncover the positives and the negatives while revealing the lessons that you need to learn, and suggest actions for healings and the best possible outcomes. Remember, this is a general reading, and you have found it when this message is needed. Please take what resonates and leave the rest. Remember, I am LGBTQ plus friendly, using pronouns for storytelling purposes. Lastly, please like, rate, subscribe, and comment. Let me know how this message is connecting with you. And without further ado, let's get into your business. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to Pisces Tarot, everybody. I am your host. I am Mimi Lightseer. And over here at Pisces Tarot, your business is my business. And ooh, child, we about to get into somebody's business. Now, before we move forward, I heard y'all been looking for me. Y'all been inboxing, emailing, texting, writing, sending a letter by pigeon mail, asking me where I've been. And thank you so much for asking and noticing that I have been absent. I have been sick and shut in beyond belief. And I didn't want to try to come on live and have to keep putting you guys on hold and things like that. So I just took a physical health break. And I'm glad that I did, because I woke up this morning with some fire for y'all this morning. Now, without further ado, I want to say good morning to all of my guppies, my friends who are on the graveyard shift, and good evening to all of my international family. What's up to everybody that's watching behind the scenes this morning on TikTok? If you are new to the Pisces Tarot experience, go ahead and drop a star in the chat. If you're a returning friend, go ahead and put the fish in the chat, because baby, I want to recognize all of my newbies, but all of my returning folks, like, what's up? Good morning. All right, y'all, listen, today's agenda consists of a brief energy cleanse, which is a brief meditation and sound bowl cleansing, followed by some divine insights. And child, do I have a download for y'all today? Also, I'll get into the overall energy reading, and then we'll confirm everything that I told you today with this tarot card reading, and then we'll button this up with some closing thoughts. So if y'all are ready to get into this reading, I need you to go ahead and put in the chat for me some cleaning supplies. Put your favorite cleaning supply in the chat, because it is time for us to get into this reading. Listen, it doesn't matter. Some of y'all been up tossing and turning all night. Some of y'all can't sleep. Some of y'all been arguing with people. Some of y'all just coming in from the club. Oh, look, we got somebody in here pretending to be me. Ain't that cute? Spiritual health. Funny. Anyway, y'all, some of y'all been all over the place, you know, but at the end of the day, I want you guys to go ahead and put in your favorite cleaning supplies, because we are going to go ahead and get into this reading, y'all. I'm trying to tell y'all, I got some messages for y'all today. All right, so if y'all ready to get into it, drop your favorite cleaning emoji, and baby, let's get ready to get into it. Here we go, shall we? All right, y'all. Now, before I jump into any reading, I always take a minute to just reflect upon the immediate. Why am I like a whole thing ahead of myself? Yikes. All right, y'all. Before we move forward, let's take a minute to level set and ground ourselves. And the simplest way of doing this is by cleansing our energy through both breath work and sound. So we're going to start taking in a couple of deep breaths, hold it, and exhale slowly. With each inhale, we want to be able to invite clarity, balance, and with each exhale, we want to release any tension or distractions. So we're going to do that 3 times. All right. Y'all ready? Here we go. Now we're going to release any stagnant energy by doing our sound work with our girl Boo Boo over here. All right. And I hit her early. Here we go. Divine Spirit, I call upon you and ask you for your guidance and your wisdom during this reading. Please surround me with your light and your love. Help me to receive clear and accurate messages. May this reading bring insight, clarity, and understanding for the highest good of all of those who are involved and for the harm of none. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and amen, amen, amen. All right, y'all, listen, if y'all ready to get into some fun, safe, honest interaction, as a reminder, this is a safe space. Your honesty is and your transparency is much appreciated here. We have all been a fool in love before, and today may just be your turn. Now, if you're ready to get into a fun, judgment-free, interactive experience, I want you to go ahead and start putting those cooking emojis, because we about to get into this, y'all. I'm telling y'all, had I not heard this morning, I wouldn't have got up. I would have just laid in and started anew tomorrow. All right. So cooking emojis, because it is time for us to get into this. All right. If y'all ready, here we go. Each day I take a minute to reflect upon the immediate energies that Spirit is sharing me. And sometimes it's a download, sometimes it's a divine message. And today I definitely got a download. Now, when I tell you, like I said, I was just going to lay there and just skip today and just, come back tomorrow. But as I was sitting there and I was thinking like, okay, I was like, God, okay, like I don't really have anything to necessarily share with the people this morning. And let me tell you what Spirit said to me. I was reflecting upon a recent situation and I would say an unpleasurable experience that I had with somebody. And I've been really thinking about the nuances, and I was a little bit angry at the complexity, and I was a little bit angry and disappointed with myself. And Spirit said to me, don't punish yourself for taking a risk. And when I heard that, I was like, don't punish yourself for taking a risk. And I said, let me tell you something, folks. I tell you this all the time. Love is a risk. Every time you put yourself out there to get to know someone, every time you go through the motions of getting yourself excited about getting to know somebody and putting yourself out there in the space, it's an opportunity for you not only to learn something about somebody else, but it's also the opportunity for you to learn more about yourself. And we all take calculated risk each and every day. We always take calculated risk each and every day. You go to work every day, you go to the grocery store, everything that you do is a risk all throughout the day. But for some reason or another, and I've said this time and time again, and all my guppies know this, for some reason or another, when it comes to us being vulnerable with another human being and allowing them into our heart space, we close up, we clam up, we shut down, and we don't want to allow others into our space. And what Spirit was telling me and what I'm telling you is, it's okay. It's a 50% chance it will work out for you, and it's a 50% chance that it won't work out for you, right? But a lot of times when it comes to love and relationships, we look at things from the deficit. Well, what if I get hurt? What if it fails? What if it doesn't work out? And what Spirit is saying is, what if it does? So in this case, it didn't work out the way that I wanted it to work out. But how would I know had I not taken the risk? Okay, how would I not know if I didn't seize the opportunity to go ahead and to get to know this person on that level, right? So I don't know what that has to do with you specifically, but we are about to get into this reading, okay? So if y'all ready to get into this reading, I want you to go ahead and put the tea kettles, because I feel like that got something to do with this reading. Don't punish yourself for taking a risk, all right? So if y'all ready to get into this reading, I want you to go ahead and put those tea kettles, because baby, we about to get into this reading. All right, here we go. All right. Now, when understanding energy, it's important to know that the universe speaks to us in an abundant of ways. The overall energy reading for today is going to be interesting, okay? Sometimes when spirit speaks to us, he speaks to us through signs, synchronicities, wonders, coincidences, repeated patterns, and things like that, okay? So, it's important to pay attention to the signs that's happening around you and the coincidences. What is the overall energy reading for today, Spirit? The Oracle's gift. The Oracle's gift. The Oracle's gift. Listen. When we think about the cup, as you see here, the cup is hot. The cup is giving some type of physical response to it. There is a string here. I don't know if you can see it, but there is a string here. I'll hold it up again so you can see it. But anytime we look at the cups in tarot and oracles, this always reflects to feelings, thoughts, and emotions, okay? So we have here a cup of love that's hot, but it's half empty, okay? So the question then becomes, what's coming through for you that's hot and ready, but as I sip my coffee, it's half empty, okay? Listen, child, if y'all ready to get into it, what is the truth that we need to hear for your journey? What is the truth that we need to hear for your journey? Ooh. Acceptance. Acceptance. Okay? Acceptance. I am learning to accept the things that I cannot change. Now, if you just heard me say, there is a 50% chance that things can work out for you, as well as it's a 50% chance that things may not work out for you. We can't control the 50% of the things that did not work out for us. No more than we can control the 50% of things that do work out for us, right? All you can do is put yourself out there and essentially hope for the best, right? If you heard me just say that, I want you to put the ear in the chat, because this is really teaching you a lot about accepting the things that you cannot change, right? And more things in life, even though I just said 50-50, it is true. But what I'm saying, more likely than not, when you look back over your life, it's a lot more things that are happening to you that may seem like they're happening against you, but they're really happening for you. Does that make sense? And so learning how to accept the things that are coming against you really puts you in a position to accept the things that are happening for you, even when you can't physically see it and you do not understand it. Okay? Now, guides of the hidden realms, what messages do you have for us today? I'm telling y'all, Spirit got something hot coming through. I feel it. Epiphanies sing at dawn, an aha moment, an awakening, new directions, and potential. Okay? Epiphanies at the dawn. Okay? You may be having things just coming to you out of nowhere in the middle of the night in a very early morning. I personally believe that the early morning is the best time for you to meditate and to reflect and connect with spirit, especially anytime when you first wake up, because you're still connected to your higher conscious self from sleep. Okay, so epiphanies at the dark. Epiphanies sing at the dawn. I said that wrong. An aha moment, an awakening, new directions, potential. All right, there we go. Too many cards. All right, strength. I learn I lean on you. Okay, I lean on you. Make me ready to call on you, even in the most confusing situations, large or small. Let me include you. May I learn your strength, knowing your grace can unravel any dilemma. Okay, we talking about this 50% of things that don't work out. You see where we going today? The 50% of things that don't work out. This requires strength, and also being able to accept the things that you cannot change. Okay, that is a gift. That is the biggest gift that you can get from spirit, is learning, because in real time, life doesn't come with a roadmap. You don't have understanding. You lack the wisdom. You may be confused. You may have mixed emotions about things. But here's the thing. Life retrospectively always makes 100% of sense. It does not make sense in real time. I'll give you a practical example about yesterday. I was taking my sister somewhere, and both of us were a little frustrated because we were being routed all throughout the entire city in the back streets. And it's two main highways of how you can get there at a rapid pace. The GPS did not tell us to take either one of those ways. The GPS took us all throughout the back roads. I had no idea where I was. Like, every time I thought I knew where I was, it told me to turn off there and go somewhere else. And so my sister was getting a little agitated because she was in a hurry. And I was just cool, calm, and collected, right? Because I understood that I had to trust the best guidance that I was being given with my GPS. Because I knew instinctively, once it did not put me on either highway, it was a reason. After I dropped my sister off where she was going, and I was on my way back, the highway, the main highway that I was assuming it was going to put me on, was completely shut down in two different spaces on a highway, right? We could have been bottlenecked and stuck in that traffic, okay? I don't even know what was going on the other highway. I couldn't even see it. But the point is that you have to learn how to trust redirection. Learn how to trust the things that don't make sense. Learn how to trust the things that don't feel good, even when they don't feel good. I mean, it's all a part of the process and being on our journey, as our human journey as spiritual beings, okay? Now, what is a sign that this may be for you? You may be seeing a whole lot of handprints right now, or palm prints. This is about your destiny. Okay, this is about your destiny. All right, this is about your destiny. When you are being denied something and you don't understand why, again, what did I just say? You have to trust that things are working out for you in spite of. Okay, you have to trust that things are working out for you in spite of. And so once you realize that if it's for you, it will be for you. I mean, like, coincidentally, look, I have trust the process today. Trust the universe. Okay. Now, trust the universe is what my shirt says. Okay. You have to recognize, realize, and accept when things are not working for you, they are indirectly working for you. It puts you on the path of where you need to be. It may not look like your timeline. It may not look like the way that you wanted it to be. It may not look the way that you imagined it to be. It may not feel like how you thought it would feel. It may give you all of these complex, nuanced, despicable, frustrating, everything, right? Like I told you yesterday, we were both in the same car. She was agitated. I was cool. I mean, granted, I wasn't in a hurry, but I knew that we would get there, right? So my point is that it didn't change when she got there. It just didn't look and feel the way that she wanted it to look and feel when she got there. There was minimum disruption, but she still got to where she was going to go and got to do exactly what she said she was going to do. It just didn't, the experience wasn't what she imagined it would feel like. You understand what I'm saying? If what I'm telling y'all this morning makes sense, I want you to put some fire emojis in the chat, because I promise you, spirit is going somewhere. Do not punish yourself for taking a risk. Okay? Don't punish yourself for taking a risk. Now, how is it showing up for us in our day-to-day lives, Spirit? How is this showing up for us? How is this showing up for us? Release ritual. Release ritual. Okay? On this card, they're burning something. All right? They put some things there. You may, and it's funny that we got the release ritual because I just said, if you feel like spirit is going somewhere, I want you to put the fire emojis in the chat. And you see this fire here? Okay? Some of you may need to be practicing during this time, writing down your angers, your frustrations, your disappointments on a piece of paper and burning it in a safe dish so that you can get this out of your system. Okay? It's all about you letting go. It's all about you letting go. Now, as we start to shift to more personal insights, okay, and get more insight about the people who may be involved, remember to focus on what resonates with you and leave what doesn't. Don't overlook a message without considering your placements, okay? Because I do my readings for Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising. And I'm telling you, you will never go down there to the Foot Locker, okay, and buy the freshest pair of Jordans or Air Force Ones, whatever, or J1s, whatever shoe of preference you want to put on in a baby size and put your big grown foot in it. So don't do that here, okay? Just take what resonates with you and leave what doesn't, all right? Now, our first cosmic insight for today is challenges. Make a decision to work on inner healing. Did I not just tell y'all that this is about you learning how to let go and learning how to accept the things that you can not change? Being okay with being uncomfortable, all right? This is helping you to focus on your inner healing. You never know what's going to happen, so you might as well take the risk. You miss 100% of the shots that you do not take when you don't take them, okay? I don't know who this is for, but if you feel like I'm in your neighborhood beating down your block, I want you to put the little car emoji in the chat. Harmony. Harmony is the most beautiful melody in relationships. Y'all see that big old mountain, that big old challenge, that big old obstacle? Sometimes in order for you to find that peace in the storm, sometimes you got to go through some rough patches, okay? Sometimes you got to go through the highs and the lows, the ins and the outs. You got to kiss a lot of frogs or whatever to get to your prince or your princess. A whole lot of Shreks, okay? Whatever, all right? To get to those moments. But it's always worth it, okay? It's always worth it. It is a blessing in disguise. All right, choice. You are being asked to make a choice that you have been struggling with. It is time to decide which path you're going to take. Listen to your intuition, eliminate everyone's input, and feel your way into the choice that is right for you. The time is now. It's a 50% chance that it's going to work out for you. Either it will or it won't. There is a 50% chance. You're going to take a risk either way. You at a fork in the road, you still got a risk, split in the road. Either it's going to work or it's not. If you knew that you just took a gamble on something or someone, can you put the dice in the chat? Put the dice in the chat. If you know that you've recently taken a risk with something or someone, put the dice in the chat. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. Everybody that deal with somebody should be putting in the chat at this time dice. Because I don't care if you're married. I don't care if you're single. I don't care if you're dating, right? We all take risks with people. When you're dealing with other people, it's a risk, all right? So everybody should be putting the dice in the chat right now, all right? Y'all, I can't make this up. Shut the front door. Guess what just fell out again? Harmony, balance, peace, happiness. Y'all see this? Harmony, balance, peace, happiness. Okay? Y'all, this is about you getting to your safe space, getting to the space where you're going to have somebody that brings peace, love, joy into your life. Getting you on the right path of where you need to be, which is what I said from the beginning. Okay? Y'all ain't listening to me today. Y'all think I'm over here playing. What's the tea? Oh, something's played out. Something is played out. Okay? You ran the race dealing with this person. You took the risk. You started off strong, but you lost. Okay? But you lost. Something is played out. Now, I got to be honest with y'all. I've never seen that card a day in my life. What lies beneath all of this? What lies beneath all of this? I want you to write down in the chat, it's time for me to receive my blessings. It's time for me to receive my blessings. Because sometimes we don't realize that when one door closes, another one opens. Sometimes it opens right away. Sometimes it takes time. But when it's time to open up that door, the door will open because it's your time to walk through that door. It doesn't matter what it is. It's time for me to receive my blessings. I want you to write that down in the chat. I don't care if it's a job. I don't care if it's a man, a woman. I don't care if it's having a baby. I don't care if it's getting a dog. When it's time for you, it's time for you. It's time for you to receive your blessings. And here's the thing that's going to blow your mind. Sometimes when you receive those blessings, the blessings don't look like what you thought they was going to look like, but it's still a blessing.
Bruh.
Who going to sit here and tell God that ain't really a blessing? Who going to sit here and tell God? Who going to call God and tell him, when that dirty dog walked out on me, it really wasn't a blessing? No, boo, it was. Your feelings was just hurt. Your pride was just hurt. Your ego suffered. But it was a blessing that that person walked out on you when they walked out on you, because God heard the conversations. God saw the intention of their heart. God read the thoughts that they were having. And God saw the things that you couldn't see. It's time for me to receive my blessings. Ooh, y'all, as I said that, this card fell out. Guess what just fell out? Expecting new beginnings. Didn't I just say it's time for me to receive my blessings? It's time for me to receive my blessings. Somebody is expecting something positive to come out of all of this. If you know you anticipating goodness to come for you, if you're ready for your fresh start, if you're ready for that blessing, if you're ready for that new opportunity to be with your new person, and you want to see that, and you want to go through your healing journey, and you want to be with somebody that's cooperative and brings relief and balance and acceptance and joy into your life, I want you to put white hearts in the chat. White hearts in the chat. Yeah. This is about intimacy, passion, coming into union, chemistry, missing you. Somebody got a new person on their way to them. Somebody just broke up with somebody just to walk into their blessing. I mean, that's all we've been talking about right now. passion, chemistry, coming into union. If you know you've been tired of playing at the clown show with these clowns, I want you to put the clown in the chat, because it's time for us to leave the clown show. If you've been dealing with the malarkey and the nonsense and the bumfoolery, I want you to put the clown in. It's time for us to move forward and receive our blessings. Now, what is the true emotion here, Spirit? What is the true emotion? Ugh, that's crazy. So this card just fell out, right? With the handcuffs. And while it says thug, guess what it also represents? Justice. Somebody was heartless with your heart. Somebody was callous with your heart. Somebody didn't give a darn about what you thought, felt, what you would think, how they would leave you. Like somebody straight up disrupted things and thought that they was getting away with it. Thought that they could be a serial cheater, a serial liar, a habitual liar. Ooh, I don't know who this is for today. If you was dealing with somebody that was playing in your face, making a game out of dropping these red flags and using and abusing you, if you was so used to somebody just playing with you like you was a kid on a playground, I want you to go ahead and put the angry face in the chat. If you had somebody who was always lying to you, deceiving you, chronically cheating on you, kept breadcrumbing you, stringing you along, making you feel like you was less than when you know that you was more than good enough, I want you to go ahead and put the angry emoji in the chat. Put the angry emoji in the chat, because all they did was waste your time. All they did, but it really wasn't a waste of your time, but you feel that way. And they was over here playing in your face, moonwalking on your heart. If you know you was dealing with that, I want you to go ahead and put the angry emoji in the chat. And you know what else I want you to do? I want you to write out in one sentence. If you had one sentence that you could say to this person and get this out your system once and for all, I want you to write out your feelings in the chat in one sentence. I want you to write down in the chat, if you could say one sentence to that person about how they made you feel. I want you to write it down in the chat and get it out. We about to just release it. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. We ain't got no, and we who in here but us? We're just grown folks talking at the kitchen table. I want you to write down in one sentence how this person made you feel and get it out your system. All right. Now, what is the true crime here? Surveillance. Ooh. Somebody gonna get seen somewhere doing something that they ain't supposed to be doing. Somebody's watching somebody. Somebody's watching somebody, which is probably where justice is. Remember I said earlier, if you were here, remember I said earlier, they think that they got over on you, but they didn't get over on God. God saw it. God heard it. God felt it. Remember I said that? Remember I said that? If you heard me say that earlier, I want you to put an ear in the chat, because I literally just said earlier, we got to receive our blessings. And sometimes we don't want to believe that it's a blessing in disguise when people walk away from us. See, people think that they do things. See, when you're spiritually in tune, you know that for every action, there is a reaction, right? You know that. But people who are not spiritually in tune, they're at a reprobate state. They don't think about things the way that we think about things. And what I'm telling you is, you thought you was getting away with it, but you really didn't. You understand? These 2 cards came out back to back. Okay? And what did I tell you when that thug card came out? This is about justice. This is about you thinking that you got away with something. You did not get away with it. There will be justice. You will be brought to face all of the things that you thought that you was getting away with. Okay? you're not getting away with it. You're not getting away with it, okay? You had the opportunity to make a better choice and a better decision, and you failed to do so. All right? Now, what was blocking this situation from proceeding to move forward? I'm telling you, sometimes it's hard to let go because you're invested in your time, you're invested in your feelings, you're invested in your thoughts and your emotions. But when I tell you, sometimes when people walk out of your life, you got to give them the hallelujah hands and let it go. You sure do. If you now can thank God for the people that's walked out on you, I want you to put the hallelujah hands up. I sure can. All right, what blocked this situation from moving forward? Getting crumbs. You deserve more than crumbs of affection. Wait for someone who adores you. You see this? You see this? Didn't y'all hear harmony come out twice? Didn't you hear out expecting a new beginning come out? Didn't you hear intimacy, passion coming into union? Didn't you hear all this? This person thought that they was playing you. All right, so go ahead and drop your zodiac signs in the chat. Drop your zodiac signs in the chat because we about to figure out whose business we getting into this morning. Person A is the person who is expecting a new beginning with somebody. Okay, you're expecting a new beginning. You are coming into intimacy, passion, chemistry, union. Okay, you're expecting all of that. It's going to be very harmonious. All right, it's going to bring you harmony. It's going to bring melody in the relationship. It's going to bring balance. It's going to bring peace and happiness into you. You are tired of getting crumbs, okay? And you decided that I'm going to walk away from these bad connections and wait for somebody who deserves me, deserves my heart, deserves my time and my attention. Now, person B in all of this has been getting watched this whole time. They thought they was getting away with it with this thug card. They were being vicious, savage, not caring about your thoughts, feelings, and emotions, okay? This is all played out. It's all played out. They have better choices to make and they still keep making poor choices. And that's a challenge that's going to disrupt their ability to be happy. All right. Whose business are we getting ready to get into today, y'all, folks? If y'all ready to get into this, drop them zodiac signs, because here we go. Spirit, who is person A? Who is person A? Oop, that came flying out. All right, person A. If you or your person is, now listen, I know y'all over here like on the edge of your seat, and I'm gonna tell you. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. If you or your person is a water sign, I want you to go ahead and drop the water signs in the chat. Now listen, let me tell you what's interesting about this. I just spoke about how person A is coming into their season of happiness. I just spoke about how person A is coming to fulfillment. Person A, you're coming in this morning as the 9 of Cups upright. This is about your wishes coming true, contentment, satisfaction, emotional stability, luxury, and gratitude, okay? This is about you getting to your happy. This is about you getting your fulfillment. This is about you attaining things coming into fruition for you, all right? Now, who is person B? Who is the person that this Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio may be dealing with right now, Spirit? Up. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. If you or your person is a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, you are coming in as the Three of Pentacles this morning, upright. This is dealing with teamwork, collaboration, learning. Let's put the emphasis on learning. All right. And implementation and building something. Okay. So this person, didn't I tell y'all they about to learn a lesson? It's about to be about justice. So if you or your person is a water or a earth sign this morning, remember I do my readings for sun, moon, Venus, and rising. So if you have water placements or earth placements in your chart, I want you to go ahead and put the water or the earth sign in the chat, because baby, it is time for us to get ready to get into this reading. And if you just cross watching, that's perfectly fine too. I want you to go ahead and put those coffee cups in the chat. Coffee cups, coffee cups, coffee cups, tea kettles, vodka glasses, whatever beverage you drinking this morning. I want you to go ahead and put in the chat your breakfast emoji, because baby, we finna get your beverage. All right. If y'all ready to get into this reading, here we go. All right, y'all. Now listen. Child. Somebody thought they was getting away with it. Spirit, what is going on this morning with my water and earth signs? Siri, I didn't ask you nothing about no weather. Good girl. Y'all hear this? This is why we got a settlement coming now. All right. Now, what is going on with my water and my earth signs? Water and earth signs. All right, water and earth signs. All right. Person A, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. You are coming in right now as the Hierophant in reverse. All right, the Hierophant in reverse. All right, this is major arcana. As I said in the beginning of this reading, this is about you coming into this, coming in with the space of being a little bit frustrated, that it feels like things have not progressed the way that you wanted things to progress. It feels like you have been constantly going through this disappointing outcome of constantly, putting yourself out there, feeling like when you get to know somebody, things are just not working out the way that you want them to be. People are telling you that like they're ready for something more serious than what they're ready for. They're a little bit frustrated with how when they meet people are weird. Y'all know the things that people tell people nowadays when y'all meet people. Y'all know. If y'all know that y'all be meeting people and they be talking about how people weird and how people this and how people that, I'm starting to trust and believe that when people meet you and tell you how difficult it is for them to meet people and blah, 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 I'm starting to believe that that's a red flag. And the reason why I'm flagging that as a red flag is because what I'm coming to find out is when you meet people and they lead with that about how difficult they've been having it, when you really dig underneath the hood of the car, they be perpetuating the same energy that they said they tired of coming in contact with. Okay, but you never know. You think that you're bonding, okay? Just you think that you're bonding over a trauma bond. Really, you are. It's a trauma bond. Like, I'm having a hard time, you having a hard time, so let's just get to know each other. But it feels like you've gone through so many of these false starts. And what Spirit is telling you, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, is that don't punish yourself for taking a risk. You had to take the calculated risk in order for you to find out what life is really like, find out what love is really like. Continue to hold your head high. Continue to expect those new beginnings. Continue to expect those good things because you're worthy of them. One person's inaction is not a reflection of what you don't deserve, what you do and do not deserve. Okay, it's not. Those are lessons that you're learning. You're being thwarted into the path of where you need to be. Again, the example I gave you about the GPS, we still got to the same destination that we was anticipating on getting there. We just got there later. The journey didn't look like what we thought it was going to look like, but we still got there on time. Okay. So if you heard me when I said that earlier and you feel like you're tired of going through this rigmarole and you feel like you were just feeling so lethargic and you was feeling like you just hit your breaking point, I want you to go ahead and put the clapping emojis in the chat. Put the clapping emojis in the chat because Spirit is telling you right here, right now. Spirit is telling you right here, right now. Don't get weary in waiting. It's something coming for you. Don't get discouraged. This wasn't your lesson to learn. It was, but it wasn't, right? This ain't your lesson to learn. This is teaching you about patience. This is teaching you about stamina. This wasn't your battle to fight, okay? So as you put those clapping emojis in the chat, let's go ahead and see what's going on with this earth sign. Earth sign, what is their current energy, Spirit? The Two of Swords, okay? Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You walking around here acting like you don't know what's going on, acting like you don't have any stake in this, acting like you're powerless, being a coward right now, okay? Acting like you're blind, acting like there's some type of mental barrier. You're being resistant right here, right now, and it's because you're lacking accountability. You refuse to learn, which goes back to the challenges that we were speaking about. Refusing to want to be accountable, be held responsible, refusing to heal, refusing to learn. Thinking that you got away with something that you did not get away with. God saw everything that you were doing. All the things that you thought that were hidden in the dark are being exposed. You're not powerless. You have ample space and opportunity to make the right choice and the right decision. You just choose not to. I don't care if you person A or person B. If you in this relationship dynamic, if you know that somebody has been acting cowardly, refusing to make a decision, which goes back to this choice. That's exactly what the Two of Swords represents, a choice that needs to be made. Okay, a choice. Acting like your hands tied, acting like you can't do nothing. The card said you are being asked to make a choice that you have been struggling with. Y'all see this? She's struggling. She's struggling. The birds done wrapped her all up, got a binder over her eyes, struggling. It's time to decide which path you are going to take. Listen to your intuition. Eliminate everyone else's input and feel your way into the choice that is right for you. The time is now. The time is now. The time is now. The time is now. If you know that you've hit the fork in the road and you're tired of acting like you don't know what to do, I want you to put the forks in the chat. Put forks in the chat. It don't matter if you person A or person B. Put the forks in the chat. Now, what is favorable about this? What is most favorable about this? Didn't I tell you somebody's expecting? Didn't I tell you this? Listen. Didn't I tell you this? Get excited. Get ready to give birth because you're coming into your season. Okay? Get ready because you're coming into your season. We got the Empress card. This is probably why they over here about to be crashing out. This is why. This person been over here playing in your face, thought they was getting away with it. Thought that there was going to be of no consequence of them acting a fool, playing in your face, being disrespectful, not being thoughtful, ignoring you, confusing you, keeping you disillusioned, abandoning you, rejecting you, misleading you, breadcrumbing you, doing all of the negative things. They knew. Here's the thing. They knew the whole time that you were that person. They knew the whole time you were their ideal person. You knew and they knew. Both of you guys knew when you met this person, this was your person. Let me ask you this question. When you met this person and you knew, emphatically, you knew that this was your person. You thought this was going to be your end all be all. You just knew that there was never going to be another failure, another mishap, another nothing. If you just knew that this was your person, I want you to put either the bride or the groom in the chat. Regardless to if you person A or person B, if you came into this connection knowing that this was your soulmate, this was your happily ever after, this was your person, I want you to put either the bride or the groom here. Because this person knew exactly who you were and you knew exactly who you were. Okay? They knew. Their feelings, their thoughts, their emotions are here. Everything was here. Everything was here. But they refused to prepare themselves to walk into what was meant for them to walk into. They were hesitant. They may have been afraid. All of those are not your issues. Those are not your problems. Okay? You came with the purest of heart and intention. Now, what they did with it is on them. Which is why they've been getting watched. They thought that they was getting away with murder. They thought that they was just going to be able to do them. That's played out. They thought that they got away with it. And I feel like there's been space between you and this person for at least 2 years. Okay? Write down in the chat how long it's been since you talked to this person. I want you to write down in the chat how long it's been since you talked to this person, because there has been space and time between the two of you. And it seems like your life just ain't been right since then, to be honest with you. But there is justice coming. There is justice coming here. Okay? There is justice coming here. Now, what is consequential about this, Spirit? We got the Queen of Swords. Okay? We got the Queen of Swords. All right? Now, here's the thing. When spirit starts to deal with people, when things start to come to the surface, okay? Remember I said in the beginning of this reading, everywhere we go throughout life, we're always planting. Either you're planting a weed or you're planting a flower, right? Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference if it is a weed or a flower, because sometimes weeds produce flowers. So sometimes you don't necessarily know the fruit because you can't tell the difference between the two. But you can always tell a person's character by the fruit that they sow in your life, the fruit that they bring into their lives, or into your lives. Let me be clear. And so what has been problematic about this is that this person has given you a whole lot of lip service. This person has been chronically telling you that they were going to change. They want to do better. Like I said, breadcrumbing you, coming in your life, telling you a bunch of bullshit, a bunch of malarkey, a bunch of false tales, they just think you're just so naive and so gullible. And yes, in the past, you really have been all of those things because you cared for this person. You love this person. When you love somebody, you go all in. When you love somebody, you accept their flaws and all. And it took all of this to happen before you got to the point to where you just started sitting back and being like, oh, really? That's how you feel now? Got to the point to where you said, you know what? I'm not playing this with you no more. So what has been consequential about this is that you're sitting back and reflecting. You're looking at all the warning signs, all the yellow signs. You're even sitting up here looking at this like, okay, I'm looking for the truth. You're sitting back with your feet up and you're evaluating. You're like, listen, I hear what you're saying. I see what you're doing. I don't like what you're putting down. Just because you cooking my food don't mean I gotta eat it. You understand what I'm saying? You finally have waken up and smelled the coffee and came into the conclusion that everything that this person's been over here talking about, saying, and doing just does not meet you where you are. It's not fulfilling anymore. It's almost like going to your favorite restaurant when they first open and it's so good that you keep going back. You know, you keep going back. And then one day you go and the food ain't good no more. I'll give you an example. Y'all remember how everybody was going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs over those Popeye sandwiches back during COVID? Y'all remember how everybody was fighting over them Popeye chicken sandwiches? Now you go get a Popeye chicken sandwich and that thing's so disgusting now you just be like, ew. When did I ever think this was good? Okay? This is how this relationship started to feel to you. Okay, this is how it started to feel to you. You are no longer blinded. You are no longer confused. You are no longer stifled. You're just no longer in a fog. All along, you have been deceived by this person that, you know, there are no words. Y'all know what I'm saying? They were able to pull the wool over your eyes to all of a sudden they weren't. And now that they're not able to pull the wool over your eyes, you're seeing them exactly for who they are. They can call, they can apologize, they can show up at your house, they can send flowers to your job, they can come doing whatever you want to do, and you just sitting there looking at them like, oh, that's cute. Thanks, but no thanks. That's how it feels. Thanks, but no thanks. If you know you throwing the deuces at somebody, I want you to put the 2 middle fingers up in the chat. If you are putting up the deuces, you done already threw the deuces, whatever it is, I want you to go ahead and put the deuces in the chat. Put the deuces in the chat. Because it's time for us to now say, respectfully, I am reclaiming my time. Respectfully, I am reclaiming my life. Respectfully, I'm not going to allow you to come in here and keep me disillusioned and confused and make me feel inadequate and feel less than and suffer. You're no longer going to put this on me to where I go through life distrusting people, where I go through life feeling like I don't belong, going through life feeling like I'm insecure, or somebody's always looking to invalidate me or make me feel like I don't belong. I don't deserve this. I was in the dark. I once was blind, but now I see. I'm no longer in that space. I'm not the same person that you met when you met me. We're not there no more. We're not there no more. Whoever you thought I was is not who I am today. Whatever game you thought you was playing, congratulations, the game is over. The end. Woo! If y'all know Spirit is cooking today, I want you to put the fire in the chat because he is cooking today for somebody. Now, what is this trying to teach you? What is this trying to teach you? You got to be comfortable with accepting the things that you don't understand, the things that you cannot change. Justice is coming out. The truth is coming out. It is unfavorable. It is not what you thought it would be. It doesn't feel good. All the lies. Remember, didn't I tell y'all? Y'all, didn't I tell y'all? This person thought they was getting away with it. This person literally thought that they were getting away with it. They literally thought the audacity. They thought that they could lie to you. They thought they could cheat on you. They thought that they can deceive you. They thought that they could create all these different accounts to try to hide from you. They thought that they thought that they could get away with it. Baby, there is nothing that you can get away with in the spiritual realm or in the physical realm. You know why? Because what is as above, so below. Okay? What's happening down here, you do up there. You don't get away with it. That's why it's called karma. On earth as it is in heaven. It is a circular up and down thing. Okay? There is a circular up and down thing going on here. Okay? So whatever it is that you're doing to other people here, you're not going to get away from karma on the other side of things. And I'm trying to tell you, I personally and firmly believe in my heart of hearts, how you treat people will come back upon you in this physical life. Okay? We're spiritual beings in a physical body having a human experience. Whatever it is, right, wrong, or different, you can make better choices and you can have better decisions. You just choose to make the same piss poor ass decisions over and over again, and you think you're gonna win. No, you ain't gonna win like that. That's why justice is coming out. That's why the truth is coming out. That's why the lies are being exposed and revealed. And your feelings is gonna get hurt. Because the one person that you thought you could get away with murder and doing this thing to, you're being exposed. You're being seen for who you are. You can't get away with it. You can't fool God. You can't. Let me tell you something. When you are a child of the Most High and you have a relationship with Him, there is nothing that can happen to you that you won't be given a recompense for. When somebody comes giving you a bunch of garbage, He gonna come giving you a bunch of blessing to counter that. Double for your trouble. Okay? And Spirit is sitting up there watching, as I said with the surveillance card. Everything that they thought they was doing to you, against you, behind your back, all those negative things that they thought that they was doing, guess what? Your blessings are coming for you, boo. Your blessings are coming. Get ready to expect it because it's coming.
Get that garbage out of here.
Spirit ain't playing with them no more. Spirit is not playing no more. Spirit ain't playing no more. And you better get excited. You better get ready because you're worthy and you're deserving. Get ready. Hold out your hands and get ready. Put the open hand emoji in the chat to receive.
I'm ready.
I'm just trying to tell you. See, it's the devil's job to discourage you. And the very first thing that I said to y'all this morning when we got on here, when I did the download, I said, what to you? I said, do not punish yourself for taking a risk. Did I not say that? For those of you guys have been here, you heard me when I said that. You heard me when I said it. I said, do not punish yourself for taking a risk. And that is what Spirit is trying to tell you. Don't punish yourself for taking a risk because without no risk, there is no reward. Now, that is an expression and a saying that we all know. Okay? What you need to do to heal? Get out your head. Get out your head. Stop overthinking. Get out your head. Stop overthinking. Stop sitting over here double guessing, wanting to circle back. Y'all notice the trend with all these birds? This is about your power. This is about the mysteries and the things that you don't understand. This is about your intuition. These last cards right here, every last one of them have those same crows on it. Okay? You over here questioning yourself, trying to make it seem like, did I do the right thing? You're second guessing yourself because you over here essentially crashing out, thinking that you just gotta have this person so doggone bad. And what Spirit is trying to tell you is this is not where your blessing is coming from. Seriously, you sitting over here just refusing to let it go. And here's the thing. It was never yours to hold on to begin with. That's why it disappeared. You understand it? That's why it disappeared. But you sitting over here crying, crashing out, acting a fool, typing all these long, elongated, emotional messages, stalking people on social media, doing the most because you don't understand the why they did what they did. It don't matter. They did what they did. They did it. Stop asking a question. They did it. Stop asking a question. They did it. You see it. You feel it. You know it. Like, stop asking a question. Stop asking a question. They did it. Okay. So now what? Move on with your life. So what do you need to do? And I'm telling you to move on with your life because you got better things in store for you. Better is coming for you. What do you need to do? Stop letting your feelings overtake you. Stop letting your emotions overtake you. There is a whole lot here that has been going on that you don't know nothing about. You think you know, but you really have no idea what's going on here. You think you know the truth. You think you know about how bad the infidelity was. You think you know about all the lies. Baby, you have no idea. You literally have no idea. You have been walking around here thinking that you finally had all the answers, that you had all the information that you need. Baby, you had no idea what was lurking for you around the corner. No idea. If you really knew all the things that was going on, remember what I said, and y'all thought, oh, Mimi, you just over there being deep. Oh, Mimi, you just being negative. Remember I said, Spirit sees. Remember when this surveillance card came out with this thug card? Okay. Remember I said everything is being exposed. Things that they thought that they were getting away with, they are not getting away with. I said it. I said it. Everything, and this person knows. This person knows. Let's be clear. They feel guilty, which is why the challenges make a decision on your inner healing is here. I wouldn't be surprised if this person just randomly pick up the phone and call you to apologize. And as I said that, look what's at the bottom of the deck, the Eight of Swords in reverse. Y'all notice something about this card? You see that? They are finally going to make the decision to free themselves, bring themselves out of this self-imposed prison that they have put themselves in. At the end of the day, it don't matter. You can say all the things that you want to say. You can do all the things that you think you want to do. The reality here is you had a choice to do the right thing and you chose to do the wrong thing. We all got choices. If you felt like this wasn't working out for you, all you had to do was say, you know what? This isn't working out for me the way I thought it was going to work out for me. And I regret to tell you that I feel like I wasted your time. Or you can just be honest and just say, you know what? I thought I was ready for a relationship. And I'm really not ready for the relationship that I thought I was ready for. I mean, you ain't got a lot to kick it. The evidence speak for itself. Your behavior speak for itself. The things that you're saying, the things that you're doing, it all speaks for yourself. But when you walking around here pretending to be interested when you're really not interested, because guess what? Your behaviors are speaking for themselves. So why you walking around here pretending to be somebody that you're not is unbeknownst to me. Your actions speak louder than your words. Your deeds speak louder than your words. Your fruits speak louder than your words. This is no different than you going down there to your favorite grocery store that usually got all the fresh, good, juicy produce that's always the right color and all of that. You go down there thinking that you going to buy you something real nice and real good. Then you get home and it ain't no taste to it. It tastes genetically modified. It strawberries. Just tasting like they out of season. Tasting like dirt. Y'all ever had some fresh produce that you get home and you go cook it and then it tastes like just dirt? Just like mud? And you sitting over here mad because you thought you had your mouth all watered up thinking that you was finna eat down. Only to get home and be real disappointed and you just be sitting over here like,
I'm telling you right now, that motherfucker back there is not real.
it was trash. It was garbage. You want to take it back to the store and get your money back. Okay? And I'm telling you that is similar to what is happening here right now. Okay? I am telling you that is similar to what we're having right here, right now. All right? So, let's clarify this. We got one person that's getting clarity. One person who's realizing that I don't need this and I don't need you. I can move around. I can do me. And you got the other person that's over here acting like they innocent. But they really going through mental anguish. And that's what you get. You over here acting a fool for no reason.
Stupid.
So you want to act dumb, be dumb. I ain't got nothing to do with that. Whew. We got the World card. This is about you completing a cycle, completing a phase, moving on to the next thing in your life. Didn't I tell you you got better blessings coming in store? See, you was over here punishing yourself, feeling down on yourself, feeling all upset because you thought that you just was over here keep putting on that nose and putting on that clown face every day. Because you allow people to make you feel like you're inadequate and you're inferior because you keep putting yourself out there. But what was one of the first things that I told y'all today? Spirit said, don't punish yourself for taking the risk. Don't punish yourself for taking a risk. So whatever it was that you had to learn from this situation with this Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, you needed to learn that. You needed to learn it. You needed to learn it. That was the final lesson in order for you to have the strength to be able to move on to the next thing in your life and for you to walk into your blessings that's coming your way. For you to walk into the situation that offers you the new beginning with the intimacy and the passion and the harmony. Go on taking you into your wishes coming true. You wouldn't know what wishes you needed to have come true if you were still sitting over here dealing with this other person. You didn't know because you sitting over here still dealing with this other person. And it's easy to get unfocused. It's easy to get distracted. It's easy to be blind by your shortcomings. It's absolutely easy to do all of those different things. But what Spirit is telling you today is you will not sit here and suffer in silence. Everything that you thought that you went through was not in vain. Spirit saw everything that this person said, everything that this person did, what they didn't do, what they thought, what they planned to do. See, their motives, their intentions were all being surveillanced. Okay? Everything that they thought that they were saying and doing to get away from you, get away and get over on you, it did not get over on God. Period. Point blank. It did not get over. Everything that they thought that they was getting away with, everything that they thought that they was doing to hide and to be deceitful and malicious and to lure you into false pretenses, baby, whatever they thought they thinking was, I feel sorry for them because see, now it's about to come back on them. And here's the thing. You're no longer being naive. You're no longer being impulsive. You're no longer making irrational decisions about this person no more. Oh, you sad? Be sad. Oh, you want to get back? No, thank you.
Clown.
We ain't doing that no more. You are no longer being fooled, deceived, being manipulated, easily bamboozled. You ain't doing that no more. Because at the end of the day, you have finally come into yourself. You have finally come into the conclusion that what is for you will be for you. And you ain't got to sit up here and keep pretending like you deserve something that you don't deserve. If this person was for you, and if this person was for you, then they would be for you. Okay? But I'm telling you right now, when things are difficult and you're having a hard time trying to grasp it, trying to hold on to it, trying to get it to work together and do all this stuff, when it's difficult like that, it's because it's not for you.
Completely not true.
Okay? It's not for you. And people will sit up here and lie to you and tell you whatever that they want you to hear. Or whatever they think they want you to hear. Because you're open and you're naive. And what I'm telling you is that you're no longer naive. You're no longer making impulsive, irrational decisions. You are no longer acting like you don't know what's going on. Because you do. You do. And every time they keep coming around you, trying to tell you something that's contrary to what they've been doing with their actions, you over here looking like, who you think you're talking to? Who you think you're fooling?
You know, I found that comment to be very suspect.
We're not playing these games with you no more. We got the Queen of Swords again, y'all. Didn't I tell y'all? You are going to be listening to everything that they're saying. They gonna call you up on the phone with this whole sob story over here, writing the whole text message. This long, you know how normally you write these long messages expressing your thoughts, your feelings, and your emotions, and they don't even react. They don't even acknowledge. They don't even do none of that. Now that they about to start calling you up on your phone, you're gonna be over here looking at them like, what?
Shut up! That is so stupid.
They had a choice to make. They had a choice to make. And they just unfortunately chose to make poor choices. They made poor choices and bad decisions. And now the chickens have come home to roost. All right? Now the chickens have come home to roost. And now they want to sit over here and be regretful. Now they want to, because the tide is turning. Now they want to act like they just so sorry. They just want another chance. But how many times have you heard that? How many times have you heard that? How many times have they apologized? If you could estimate a number of times they've apologized to you for the same improper, disrespectful behavior that you have told them time and time again you were not a fan of. Now they want to apologize and they think you're supposed to want them back. Why would you want them back? Why? So now they sitting up here like,
Uh-oh. Now we're in trouble.
see, before in the past, all their apologies worked. It ain't working no more. All the lies worked. It ain't working no more. Didn't I just say it ain't working no more? They are over here secretly praying, hoping, wishing, trying to get things to change, trying to get things to balance out, trying to get things to make it feel like, you know, they're going to get this opportunity to come back and fix this and repair it. And baby, the damage is done. It's too late. It's too late. They can say whatever they want to say. They can do whatever they want to do. They can go write your name in drone lights above your house and tell you to look out the window. At the end of the day, you don't care no more.
It was at this moment he knew. He fucked up.
You don't care no more. You do not care no more. And I'm telling you, That's the best thing you could have did for yourself, because the moment you let go of this foolishness will be the moment that you prepare yourself to walk in your blessings. Page of Wands. You're going to be giving this dating thing another shot, but it's not going to come the way that you think it's going to come, like the way that you think that it's going to happen. I feel like you're not going to have to look for it. I feel like you're not going to have to chase it. I feel like this is going to be something that's going to approach you. This person is going to open up to you. They're going to see you. They're going to approach you. They're going to court you. Because, see, really, honest to God, I think you're just simply put tired. So I don't see you putting in any energy. I think that you're going to be taking the time to heal. And I feel like this person's energy is going to come in so gentle that it's just going to sound so egregious and obnoxious. Because when this new person comes towards you, they're going to come with you very gently. That it's going to sound like a bunch of bullshit. Okay? It's going to sound like a bunch of bullshit. And the reality is it's not.
You ain't lying.
But the truth is, because you have been so abused by this past situation, that you're going to take your time. And I'm telling you that that's the best thing that you can do, is take your time to get to know this person. But don't shut them down. Okay? Don't shut them down and don't shut them out.
I'm not a smart man, but I know what love is.
Because they gonna come. They gonna come correct. And they're gonna do something that's gonna make you really second guess them and look at them and be like, let me see what little Mike over here talking about. You're gonna give him another look. You're gonna be over here like, what little Mike talking about? Let me zoom in. Oh, okay. You're going to be doing it. And once you get to that space, you're going to be so happy you gave him a second chance. Not necessarily the person of the past, but the future person.
How you doing?
Okay? You're going to be all excited about giving that person an opportunity, because they're going to show you. They're going to show you. And it's the other little Mickey Ficky that's in the rear view. Every time they pick up the phone, call you, text you, try to slide in your DMs, you're gonna tell them the same 5 words.
I guess we'll never know.
You can say what you want to say. You can do what you want to do. You can jump through hula hoops and let them be Cheerios. I don't care what you want to do. You can apologize until you blue in the face. At the end of the day, there's no words that you can give me that will take back the hurt, the anger, the resentment, and the frustration. So you can keep all of your words.
I want to apologize.
They mean nothing. They mean nothing.
Wasn't good.
So if you are ready to look at the final outcome and to see how this story can potentially end, I want you to go ahead and put those paper, pen, and notebook emojis. Paper, pen, notebook emojis. It's time for us to look at this and see how this story gonna end. What's about to happen with all of this? They thought they was getting away with it. They didn't. So what's next? You about to meet your new boo. They about to suffer, something like that. Probably so. Put those paper, pen, and notebook emojis in the chat, because here we go. Now, as we talk about potential final outcome, I say potential because I can't predict free will. Nobody can. All right. So, Spirit, now that we've gotten to this point where this person is wanting to apologize to this Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, what is the potential final outcome? Well, number one, they're going to be very disappointed. And here's why. They're going to be very disappointed because when they will come around you, you will fill their cup. Remember, I told you at the beginning of this reading with this Oracle's gift card that the cup was half empty, okay? You used to fill them up. Your love, your kindness, your sincerity, your gentleness, your genuineness, your compassion, all of those things used to fill them up, okay? All of those things used to fill them up. And now that you're not giving that to them, okay, this is where they start to get sad. This is where they start to feel a little bit defeated. And at the end of the day, you did it. I didn't do it. I didn't deserve it, but you don't deserve it either. So this person's going to be very upset and disappointed by how you handle things. We got the Two of Cups, okay? One of the main reasons why you're not going to try to hear what they have to say at all is because by the time they come back to you to apologize, you will already be with this new beginning with this other person, okay? So every time they try to come around, you're going to be giving them the cold shoulder. You're going to be like, beat it, scrub.
Denied.
And I mean, they're going, again, we're talking about very stubborn energy here with this earth sign. So they're going to continuously try to come in your life. They're going to continuously try to ask for your attention, beg, plead. They're going to do all of those different things. And you, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, are going to be so irritated with them. Okay, you're going to be so irritated with them because it's like, why do you keep on coming around me? I have made my wishes clear and known to you. I have no interest nor desire to get back with you, talk to you, get to know you, none of that. I don't care. I don't care.
Excuse you.
Your energy and all of your focus is going to be on this new person, and good for you. You're going to be up here like living your best life. When you smiling all on social media and you out here posting about your boo the same way you wanted to post about this other person, but they didn't want you putting their business on Front Street, when you're going to be out here like,
God did.
Okay. Okay. They going to be over here looking real sad. And at the end of the day, you did this. You did this. They over here all up in your DMs trying to get your attention, creating false accounts trying to get your attention. Got they homeboys messaging you.
Hey man, why don't you go call Big Mike?
Just say it. I hope I don't sound ridiculous. I don't know who this man is. I mean, he could be walking down the street. I wouldn't know a thing. Sorry to this man.
Wouldn't know a thing. Listen, with this Six of Wands, Six of Wands here in reverse. Baby, you holding your head high and you moving on. You walking around with your head high and you moving on. There is nothing this person could say, and it's nothing that this person could do to try to get your attention at this point. You're done. You're done. You're just over here looking at them like, that's cute. That's cool. That's good to know. I've been minding my business. I've been living my best life, my good life. And you over here bothering me.
Now, why am I in it? And you could have did it.
See how I get wrong?
You never apologized.
Why am I in it? I'm over here living my best life. Minding my good life. Getting loved right. Being treated right. Moving at a progressive rate and pace and speed that I've been trying to move with you this whole time. And instead of you just letting me go and go live my good life, you want to hold on for dear life. You want to white knuckle me. You want to hijack my peace, disrupt my feng shui, contaminate my harmony. And I'm telling you, out of my physical mouth and out of my spiritual mouth, I don't want you no more. All your lies, all your deceits, all your everything about you that kept me confused and confounded and stuck on stupid and parking dumb has been exposed. This is the third time the Queen of Swords has come out in this reading. I no longer look for you to tell me the truth. God told me the truth. God revealed it. I see how you doing. You ain't living. You over here suffering. Remember I told you, they thought that they got away with it. Remember I said that. Remember I said, they thought they got away with it. They did not. Justice is here. Justice is here. That card has even come out in this reading. You thought you was getting away with murder. You thought you was really doing something to me, baby. You only did it to yourself. We got the 9 of Wands. They're going to end up feeling real defeated. They're going to end up feeling real defeated. And whose problem is that? It's almost like in The Color Purple when Celie throws her fingers up. She said, everything you done to me already done to you. That's exactly what's happening here. Everything that you did to me is already done to you. The jail that you planned for me is the same one you gonna rot in. That's what Celie told Mr. And that's what you gonna tell Mr. or Mrs. Whoever your person is. It ain't gonna work out in their favor.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
And at the bottom of the deck, we got the 2 of Swords. So when you didn't, whereas in the beginning, you didn't want to make the decision. Now there is no decision to be made. The decision has been made for you. The decision has been made for you. I don't want you. When you was acting like you was confused, confounded, didn't know your left from your right, didn't know if you wanted to go or come, didn't know if you wanted to be faithful, didn't know if you wanted to be monogamous, didn't know if you wanted to be polyamorous, didn't know if you wanted to be ethically non-monogamous. When you kept stringing me along, breadcrumbing me, lying to me, deceiving me, thought that you was doing something to me. The reality is everything you did to me, you did for me.
Oh my God.
The things that you did to me, you did for me. And I am about to walk into my blessing. And while you're over here acting like you're stuck, shocked, confounded, in disbelief, acting like you didn't know I could and I would and I can and I did, that's on you.
Oh, hell no.
That's on you. But I know who I am. And I know what I deserve and what I didn't deserve. And while you over here on my phone playing on my good unlimited minutes, wasting my unlimited data, wasting my unlimited text messages, being over dramatic, because y'all know an earth sign can be over dramatic. Sending these long doggone text messages that ain't nobody gonna read, don't nobody care to read. You over here just like
Stupid. Got it. What?
it don't work like that. It don't work like that. You sitting over here thinking that you can walk in and out of my life whenever you want to. And I made the mistake of allowing you to think that you could do that. But let me tell you on this good day, the time is up. The gig is up. We're no longer accepting lukewarm, passive, indecisive, manipulative behavior. We ain't taking it no more. The next time you pick up your phone and you try to call me, number blocked.
We're sorry, the number you have dialed is not in service at this time.
Not playing the game no more. Not playing the game no more.
Oh, it must be a mistake. I know she ain't blocked my number.
You have reached a number that has been disconnected or is no longer in service.
You ain't bothered no more. You out here living your good life with your new boo. You done shut down on this faster than anybody leaving work at 5 o'clock on a Friday. You done logged out. You done logged out, checked out, moved on, got your paycheck, and went on to celebrate your weekend. Your good 3-day weekend with your new boo. Out here living your good life. Meanwhile, justice is coming for them.
Hey, Sue, your rent's due, motherfucker. Huh.
The things that you think you're getting away with when you're doing it to other people, it's better to be honest, it's better to be sincere, and it's better to be transparent. I'd rather meet the villain up front and make a conscious choice and a decision whether or not I want to deal with you or not. But when you're walking around here lying, manipulating people and deceiving people, making people think that you're capable, you want to make it seem like you're willing, that you got something to offer that you really ain't got to offer. Don't wasted my life. That aged me. You aged me faster than dog years. I only been dating you 2 years and it feel like I've been knowing you 29 years of my life.
2,000 years later.
Okay? You got all of that going on and you sitting over here just got me going down. All of that you did to me is going to come back on you. And I don't care what you got to say. I don't care what you got to do. That's your karma that you got to deal with. It ain't got nothing to do with me. That's a you problem. So you can get off my phone, get out my DMs, get out my email. Y'all know how this go. They don't realize.
Oh, I know you ain't blocked me.
Creating fake Gmail accounts and stuff just so they can get their point off, get their stuff off their chest.
I just want my baby.
At the end of the day, we not listening to you no more. We're not listening to you no more. We're not sitting up here playing these games with you no more. They over here knowing that you over here, you pregnant, you're getting married, you over here, just happy. I give you a practical example of what this looks like. And I'm only bringing this up because we're talking about current events. But you look at the situation with Diddy and Cassie, and you heard her testimony. You can't help but to hear it. It's all over everywhere. Okay? So at the end of the day, right? At the end of the day, you got Cassie over here. She done suffered. She done moved on with his life. Her life, got her husband, got her baby, got all that, all within 1 year. And here go Diddy on her phone playing.
Congratulations. Oh my God.
Baby, that's what karma would do to you. You sitting up here wasting somebody's time, over here lying, over here being deceitful. Then you want to get all up on the stage, all up on the internet, all up on your stories, all up on your timeline.
Oh my God, my Shayla, my Shayla.
What else is it that I can give you? What else is that I can do for you? And that's a real question. Because they acting like you supposed to give them something. You have given them everything that you could give them leading up to this point. And they up here acting like they just confused.
What more do you want from me?
Here's the thing. I don't want nothing from you. Why do you keep thinking I want something from you when I'm not even talking to you? I mean, make it make sense. Make it make sense. You cannot be that confused. You cannot be that delusional. But the reality is because this person didn't know that your spiritual team was going to get down like that. Because they didn't know. You better be careful with who you playing with. You best to be real careful about who you playing with. Because the reality is, you thought you was getting away. And now that things are starting to come back and pile up and jump on you and beat you up, you can't sleep at night. You want to act like you confused, act like you ain't did nothing. Then you want to call me the witch. Talking about I put something. No, I ain't put nothing on you. Ain't nobody put nothing on you. You put that on you. And you sit over here like, huh?
Illness.
You over here acting like you confused, acting like you ain't did nothing wrong. Nah. You know exactly what you did. You're not dumb. You're not stupid. You're not none of those things. What is all of those things is the fact that you on my phone trying to get my attention.
Makes me like sick to my stomach.
What are you here for? Why are you here? What do you want from me? Why are you sending flowers to my job?
What the this cannot be.
Why are you sending cash apps to my phone? No, I ain't gonna send it back. Cha-ching, cha-ching. Thank you for your investment. I didn't ask you for it, but I will take that money and go buy me some lunch. Like, what you got going on ain't got nothing to do with me. Ain't got nothing to do with me. And I am so happy for you, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. I really am. Look, why did fear just come out? We started out this reading talking about do not punish yourself for taking a risk. And fear came out. Concerns, worries, risks. Shall I not then be stifled in the vault, to whose foul mouth no wholesome air breathes in, and thou die strangled ere my Romeo comes? Don't let the fear overtake you. Don't get weary in being a good person. Don't feel bogged down with being a good person. Don't get tired of being a good person. Yeah, I know you get sick and tired of being sick and tired. Who don't get sick and tired of being sick and tired? We all sick and tired of being sick and tired about something.
But what the hell, boy?
Okay? We all sick and tired about being sick and tired about something. But we keep on doing it. You understand? We keep on doing it. We just be fussing, complaining about it. But the reality is, when it comes to this is a done deal.
All a bunch of bullshit.
You know it. You know it and they know it. Spirit, when can Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces expect to meet this new person? Give it time. It's in the works. Okay? So don't be looking for it. Go through your healing. Going through your journey. Go through the time where you need to reflect and to heal. Give yourself space and opportunity. Remember I told y'all, when I described this person coming into your life, I said they're going to be so gentle. They're going to come in so peaceful. They're going to want to be your friend. It's going to happen out of nowhere. It's going to come out of thin air. They ain't going to be in a rush. None of that. They going to come in your life being just as peaceful as they can be. Bringing harmony and balance. Bringing joy, restoration into your life. Remember I said that. If you heard me say that, put the ear in the chat. Because when this new person come in your life, you're going to be like, ooh.
Little ooh, butterfly in my stomach and vagina.
You ain't got to beg, borrow, and steal to get them to do what they supposed to do. Because they going to do what they got to do anyway. Because they know what time it is with you. A person who wants you ain't going to compromise you and put you at risk. They gonna know what time it is. All you need to know right now, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, is they are on the way. They are en route.
I'm on my way.
That's all you need to know. While you over here grieving, and let's be clear, it is good for you to grieve. That's a part of your healing. Okay? It's a part of your healing. Grieve. Grieve the loss of that person. Grieve the loss of that vision that you thought that it was. Look back on it and see your life perfected in 2020. Remember I said that in real time, it don't make sense. But when you look back over your life, it make a whole lot of sense.
That's funny.
And when you look at it, you just be like, huh. When you look back over your life, you be like, I thank God that this didn't work out for me the way that I wanted it to work out. I thank God this is not the person that I thought I wanted to marry. I thank God this is not the person that I got my kids with. Or you could just be like, you know what? I'm thankful for my kids. Because had I not been with this person, I would have never had kids. I would have never been able to give my life to somebody else in a different way. It may not have worked out with you the way that I thought that it was going to work out, but you're not stopping me from getting to my final destination. You are not stopping me from progressing to move forward. It just don't look like what I thought it was going to look like. But I still got there when I got there. I still got there when I got there, how I got there. And now that I'm there, I'm not about to let you come in here and disrupt me, bother me, get me all up in the tinsel, get me all up in the day. I ain't gonna, no, we ain't doing none of that. I'm sitting over here being treated like the royal goddess that I am. The queen mother that I am, the queen of Sheba that I am, whatever your alter ego is, or however that person feels, you're gonna sit there and be like, Who gonna check me, boo? And while they're crashing out, let them do just that. While life is giving them back everything that they gave to you, let them. It's their turn. Baby, it's their turn. In 20, 30 years, when you run into them and they talk about all the things they've been through, your mind gonna be blown. Wow! But you won't be sitting there listening like, I'm sorry to hear that. That is not what they want to hear, but it is what it is. It is what it is. When you make poor choices and bad decisions to mistreat the people that's in your life, just know that you're inviting the opportunity for that to be done to you as well.
You look so dumb right now.
It is what it is. It is what it is. So, as we get out this business, does this outcome align with what you were expecting? How does this outcome make you feel? Does it bring you relief, excitement? Does it bring you some hesitation? You want to change the outcome? You don't like the way that this sounds? Like, let me know. Like, how y'all feeling out there, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn that's cross-watching? Because it's just you and it's just as much as anybody else. It's your business too, baby. All right? Now, I want to thank you so much for tuning into the Pisces Tarot Experience. If you have enjoyed this reading, I want you to go ahead and don't forget to subscribe to my growing community on YouTube. And you can find me on YouTube at Mimi Lightseer, okay? And keep an eye out for more engaging content that is coming your way. Remember, this reading is here for you whenever you need a little bit of guidance. So feel free to save this link and replay it at any point in time. I love to hear from you and to hear your thoughts. So drop a comment in the section below and let me know what resonated with you and what did not. Listen, okay? I don't care if it ain't fit you. I done told y'all, if it ain't your business, don't try to make it be, okay? Just take what resonates with you and leave what doesn't. If you enjoyed today's session, go ahead and give me a thumbs up, all right? If you would like to do a personal reading with me, I am booking only at PiscesTarot.com, PiscesTarot.com. So don't hesitate to reach out. I am being made aware that we do have a bunch of scammers running around here. One of them came up here in the room today talking about spiritual heals, something, I don't know. All I could tell you is, honey, that is not me, okay? Anybody that's reaching out to you with my name, image, and likeness, talking about doing a reading, child, that is not me, okay? Trust me, I am booked and busy, okay? I don't care if I'm doing nothing, sitting around here blowing fart bubbles and twinkling my toes and trying to make glitter come out of my eye sockets. It don't matter. I'm doing any and everything else but trying to reach out to you about doing a reading, okay?
You are a scammer.
So if you see these accounts contacting you, make sure that you report them, because I'm telling you right now, it is not me. All right. Now, I want to give a huge thank you to everyone who joined the conversation today and give a warm welcome to all of my new subscribers. Thank you to all the people who gifted me not only your time, your talent, but your treasure. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and thank you. Listen, y'all. Okay. Everyone is fighting a battle that you cannot see. So be kind, patient, and gentle with others as much as you are with yourself. How people treat you is not your business, but how you respond is. So leave a little bit of love everywhere you go, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye. I'm excited for y'all. See you.